Hi and welcome. My name's Johnny Fragan. I'm from All Total Coaching. What I want to talk to you today is about being stingy, being generous, or outright stupidity. Now, I'm going to go for a few types of stingy and generous and stupidity, but let's start why being stingy is sick. Now, we've all known a few people that are a bit tight on their money. And that's fair enough. If you don't have money, I can understand when you're tight. Because obviously you're calculating you don't earn enough money, or you've got some certain things in your life at the moment that you've got fines or whatever. I can understand. That is understandable. But when you sit with somebody that talks so much about his money and how much he's worth and blah blah blah, and you sit in a restaurant like I sat with a couple of years ago with 18 people, and this particular person, I will not mention his name, and I hope he sees this video, and you sit and we got a bill. It was about $24 at the time, so I just write it off to 25, and he pulls out a mobile and starts calculating. I only ate XYZ, it's only 21 for me. Before I could even open my mouth, my friend next to me, that I will not say his name, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, said, "Don't worry about it, I'll pay for you." So he got up at that point and he said, "Do you think I can't afford it?" And at this point I stepped in and I said, "Well, obviously you're the one who pulled out the mobile and calculated." Now that is not only being stingy, that's outright sick. There's another particular person that went overseas, and it was really hot, and I asked him if he wants a drink. He said, no, and this fellow's very wealthy. So I bought a big drink, and as I poured it, he said, "Can I have a cup?" So he went and got a plastic cup for free, and he drank from my drink. I never said a word, but the whole idea was $1.50, not even that. And this is outright sick. On the other hand, you got people that are calculated, that whatever they eat or whatever they buy, they calculate it to 50-50. But you've got also, on the other hand, outright people that are generous. They give of themselves. They're generous with their money and their time, and they do favors to people. And that's great to a certain extent, because there's always some people that are users out there. I've got a friend of mine that will not mention his names. He helped me a lot, and I thank him very much. But he's got a lot around him, all these users. They're using for accommodation, for loans, for cars, you name it. And that's not generous. That is clear stupidity. Because these people are only hanging around because they can squeeze out of him, whether it's money or his time, or getting discounts on all sorts of things, or lending his truck because he's got a truck for his work. And that's not generous, that's stupidity. On the other hand, you've got some men that go out with women, this is for you the ladies, that they show they've got so much money, but they're very stingy with their time, and they're very careful. That just check the list, what you ate, etc. Those men run away from them, because if they're stingy at the beginning, just imagine later on. There's a lady I know, and she knows exactly what I'm talking about. She was dating a doctor, and she told me, and she confided me, when they used to go out together, he used to actually tell her what to have on the menu. And obviously it was the cheapest choice because he was so stingy. So when she went out with this other fellow that I personally introduced him, I said to her, "What is he like?" He said to me, "He's wonderful." He never asks me anything about him, and I think it's just insane. So ladies, if you meet a stingy man, or somebody flashes all his money around, but when it comes to the bill, he's a bit run. Because if you don't run now, you wish you did. Now, like I said, there are all sorts of people. But we have people, and I know a few people like that are in a very difficult situation economically. That is a totally different story. I've personally paid for some of these people because they don't have money, but they give of their time. Every time I wanted to move, one of them gave me a hand. That's a different story. When I got stuck without my license a couple of years ago, I rang him, he took a bus, and he came and drove my car and took me out. These people, it's a totally different story. But to you, you sick little, you know what? That you speak so much about your money. and you pull out your mobile to calculate the $3, for those men or those women out there that have got the money, they've got the capacity to help and be generous, you make me sick. And for you, my friend, you know what I'm talking about? Because if you're not seeing this video, people will tell you, thanks God, we're not in touch. Because I cannot stand stingy people. And the people around me, anybody that knows me, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm not. But thanks God, I'm not stingy. On the other hand, you have to have a boundary. Have a boundary. If somebody uses you again and again, and you pay for them once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and don't reciprocate, back off. That's stupidity. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. I hope this is beneficial. If you like my stuff, give me the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for great videos and amazing stuff I've got lined up for you, my subscribers, very, very soon. Just a bit of patience. I'm working on some amazing material. Thank you very much to all the people that helped me put this clip together. And I thank you for taking your time and listening to me again and again. I'll speak to you soon. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on john@sosdating.com. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. I'm your friend, Johnny Forget. Bye-bye.